What is my net worth? Well, that's a very complicated question, and there's a lot of complicated answers. So let's get straight into it. So first I'm at the museum to see all my special items and stuff. So as you can see, I have a bunch of these items. So a French hood for 27 mil, bag of cash for 27 mil, which is 54 mil. Add that to the diamond horse armor and you'll get 72 mil. And then add that to the Midas sword and you get 80 mil. And then add that to the gold horse armor and you get 86 mil. However, if we go into my special items, you can see there's a bunch of items that are clearly not included. And these items all combined will make my total museum net worth at least 100 mil. And I'll just go with that, as a bunch of the other items have just unknown value because some of these items were from events and these items were like singular items, so they're not like really connected to the server via any way. And like if they were, it was either through the bazaar, which the prices are so unstable that it'll probably have to be updated like every few seconds, and that's not really a thing that I'm sure Hypixel wants to do. Okay, so now that I'm on island, so the first items I want to show are these century cakes. I have 9 of these, 1 of each every color, and if I were to search at the price of these century cakes, we would see that some of these are for only 4.2 mil, but we can quickly see that like the majority of these colored cakes are within the 5 to 6 mil range. So on average, we'll just say it's 5 mil each, and 5 times 9 equals 45. And let me just type that in chat. Alright, I need to add the museum, so 100. Oh, I can't say. Alright, so I'll just have to keep note that it's 145 mil that we're here starting with. Alright, well, I guess we'll just do these crab hats while we're here. So I have 10 crab hats, 1 of each every color, plus an extra black one. So if I were to search up crab hat, we can see that the average is just say 20 mil because I don't really care. So 20 times 10 is 200, and that plus that, which is 200 plus 245 equals 345. So next up is name tags, and the problem with these name tags is that they can't be like sold on buy it now in the auction house. They can only sold as auctions, so it's like the prices can vary really depending on like if they're overbidding or not. So I'm just gonna say that these are worth like uh 9 mil. So yeah, so the total would be 354 mil so far. Okay, iron horse armor and gold horse armor. Well, they're all in the museum, so we've already done those. So now rising sunset. So I'll just go with 78 sets, but yeah, so 78 sets. By sets I mean armor, but yeah, so 78 sets of armor, and I've bought a lot of these, so I know the average price. So it's around 250k for each armor piece. Some can be more, some can be less, but on average you need 1 mil to buy a full armor set. So 354 plus 78 is 436, I'm pretty sure. Actually no, 32. 432. And this isn't even calculating the 94 rising sun stops I have, so we'll just pretend that that's not there, but we gotta calculate it as well because we're trying to calculate a net worth. So now if we look at it, the average rising sun stuff price is like, it's like 300k, so I guess 0.3 times 94 will be 28 mil. So now if we were to add that to our total, 432 plus 28, we'll get 460 mil. Now turning around, we have our Ember Set Collection. So I have, it says I have 10 sets, but I clearly have 11 sets. So yep, so I guess we'll just calculate with 11 sets. Of course I have more, but I'm just gonna pretend that I have 11 sets. So Ember Ash, and as I said earlier, these Ember Ash sets, they're kind of like, well, they're usually 10 mil per set. Well, the helmet is usually like 1 mil, the chest plate's like 1 mil, and then like the boots and leggings, they're like 3 to 4 mil. So on average, we'll just say it's 2.5 mil a piece. And now let's calculate it. Actually, it looks like we have a lot more helmets, chest plates, and leggings than I thought I did, so I guess we'll just do 2.5 times the total, which is, let me see, 20 plus 12 is 32, and then 46, and then 57. So 2.5 times 57, and that is okay, so I'm editing this right now, and all I have to say is that, well, I can definitely do math. So I was pretty busy while recording this, so I actually just went and used a calculator, but I kind of probably mistyped something, so I did this. So that's clearly not the answer. So yeah. So now I guess I have to like put a subtitle here or something. Moving on, we got Ember Odds, so 25 times the average price is basically 3 mils, so 75 it is. So 600 plus 75 is 675. Alright, so moving on, all these items are untradeable or just pretty much worthless. French bread, we have 8 of those, we can do that. So let's free look on the auction house. It's currently 22 mil. Well, it's actually on average 25 mil or higher, but yeah, we'll just use 25 mil because that's where it's gonna be like by the end of today. So, alright. 8 times 25, this is straightforward, it's just 200. And if we add that to 675, we get 875. And let me just type it out, and there we go. Alright, so moving on, we got happy masks. I have 1,066 of these, and we'll just use say it's 1,000 just to make life simpler for us. It's happy mask. So currently it's pretty low, but on average it is 100k. So we'll just use that, and 100k times 1,000 is 100 mil. And if we add 100 mil with 875, we'll get 975 mil. Moving on from this, we have 142 stock of stonks. So now this is also pretty straightforward. We just go on the auction, the bazaar, and then we type out 142 as a buy order, and there you go. So it's 102 mil, but I'll just say it's 100 mil because So 975 plus 100 mil again is 1075. So next up is sharp rocks. So if we search it up, we can see that sharp rocks individually are worth around like 1 mil, 800k, 900k. However, they're actually completely worthless and completely pointless, and they don't have any use. So they're actually about around 10 mil worth, in my opinion, if not for the fact that they're so rare. So I'll just use 10 mil because that's what you should reasonably buy it for. And if we add that to our total, we'll get 1,085. And moving on, we have our Blood God Crest. And if we search this up, this is obviously around 5 mil due to the event being long gone. And well, it's slightly lower, but I'm pretty sure that it's around 5 mil on average anyways. So, yep, so 5 times 10 equals 50, and if we add that to the total, we get 1,135. And now moving on, we have our 1 Art of War, and the Art of War, let me just search it up, is, as I don't regularly buy this, as you can see I have one, is practically 24 mil. So if we add that to our total, we get 1,159. Now we have 17 Frosty Snowballs, and these were like items in the Frosty Snow Cannon, whatever you call it, and so they were added for like 1 or 2 days or something, and then they got removed, and if you took them out, yeah, you got this. So as they're 5 mil each, and we times it by that much, we get 85, and when we add that to our total, we get 1,244. And now moving on to the next item, we have 4 Dante Talismans. And well, like the name tags, they are like auction only items, so you can only bid on it, you can't buy it now. So it's generally around like 1.5 mil for each of these, and if you get lucky, of course. So 1.5 times 4 is 6, and if you add that to our total, we get 1,250. Now, moving on, we get the complicated part. So now we have 1,012 of these, and I'll just pretend that I have 1,010 to make it easier. So now if we go on the auction house, just wait a second. Alright, there we go. Let me search up pig mask, and well, it's kind of low price right now, but on average, it's around 500k. And yeah, so if we add 55 to our total, we get 1,305. And the last item I'm gonna count is this, and that's really it. So if we add this Beagle Hound skin, it's gonna be around 32 mil, and if we add that to our total, we get 1,337. Now, you know that I have a lot of New Year's cakes, and a lot of these also in the museum, and a lot of these I haven't put in storage, and a lot of these I haven't bought. So it's a complete mess. That's why I won't be counting them, as I'll have to manually find the prices, and it's so unstable because, like, you have to look at the cakes. There's no texture pack, I don't think. So yeah, it's very hard. And I'll just show you some of my happy masks, and well, I have so much, and I've also classified them all by dates, and so yeah. Anyways, let's add the last thing, which is my purse, and if we add 150 to our total, we get 1,487 million coins, of course. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to like button and subscribe. And also, just letting you know, if I were to theoretically add all my items, including the New Year's cakes, I'd probably have around 2 billion coins. Well, yep, that's really it. See ya.